Welcome to the Amnayalife podcast. Today we will talk about how struggling with surface-level friendships abroad despite years of English study revealed the real barrier wasn't language, but mindset. I'm your host, Jack Smith, and I'm here with佩雯, who has an incredible story to share about her English learning journey.佩雯, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jack. I'm really glad to be here, and honestly, this topic still feels so personal for me. I spent years believing my English was good enough to make friends abroad, but the experience was much harder and more emotional than I ever imagined.
Here's something I hear all the time from Taiwanese learners who go overseas. I thought speaking English would mean I'd make friends easily, but in reality, I always felt like I was on the outside. Why do you think language skills don't automatically translate to deeper connections?
Jack, that was exactly my experience. I studied English like crazy before my year in Australia. On paper, my English was great. I could write essays, pass listening tests, even do small talk. But when it came to joining real friend groups, going beyond classmates, or talking about deeper feelings, I froze. I'd listen way more than I spoke.
That's so interesting. What I've seen after years in Taiwan is that emotional courage matters more than perfect grammar. Fluency can open the door, but it doesn't walk you through it. Confidence and vulnerability do.
Absolutely. I thought I lacked vocabulary, so I kept blaming my English. But deep down, I was afraid of not being understood, or worse, being rejected. It was easier to just laugh and nod, instead of sharing my true thoughts.
What's really striking is how, for so many, the real isolation isn't about being foreign, it's the feeling of being locked behind your own hesitation to open up.
Yes, exactly. I kept wondering, do they think I'm boring? Do they even want to get to know me? The more I worried, the further away I felt from everyone.
Today,佩雯going to help us break open the friendship barrier and show how transforming your fear, not just your language, is the real path to connection.
I hope listeners who feel lonely abroad will realize they're not alone and that it can change.
Before we dive deeper into佩雯story, I want to let you know, if you're struggling with the same challenges we're talking about today, there's a free class I've created that breaks down the real reasons blocking your English fluency. You can find the link in the episode description. It's going to show you exactly how to remove these blocks. Okay,佩雯, let's get into your story.
Sounds good, Jack. So, I had dreamed of studying overseas since high school in Kaohsiung. My parents invested so much in English classes. By the time I landed in Melbourne for my master's, I'd passed TOEIC and IELTS with high scores. I thought making international friends would be automatic. But the first few months, I only had classmates, not real friends. I remember being at parties, smiling politely, answering questions, but never truly joining in. I felt invisible.
That's the classic functional fluency, emotional isolation loop. The training gets you through immigration, but not into people's hearts.
Yes, I joined clubs, went to BBQs, but I stayed on the edge. Small talk was okay, but whenever the conversation switched to personal stories, jokes, or even arguments, I just went silent. I was too afraid of saying something strange or not fitting in.
What you're describing is so common. The fear of being judged for your Taiwanese-ness or not getting all the cultural references. You end up self-silencing for safety.
That's it. I judged myself before anyone else could. I replayed every conversation after, thinking, why didn't I just say what I wanted? Honestly, some days I felt so lonely. I almost wanted to give up and go home.
The emotional toll is huge. It's not about ability, but the pain of always holding back. Many people underestimate how exhausting this can be.
Yes, Jack. I remember one night, after another party where I stood alone near the snacks pretending to text, I realized my loneliness wasn't from lack of English, it was fear of showing my real self.
That internal realization can be painful, but it's the beginning of honest change. What did it feel like inside?
It felt like a heavy blanket of shame, like I could never catch up. My inner voice said, "You don't belong, so don't bother trying."
Here's what's really happening. The mind creates safety by keeping us small, but it also keeps us from growing and connecting.
I was tired of being stuck. I wanted true connection, not just perfect sentences.
Was there a moment that triggered your transformation?
Yes. One friend from class, Olivia, invited me out for coffee. She asked, "How are you really doing?" Instead of my usual, "I'm fine," I risked telling her I was homesick and struggling to fit in. To my surprise, she admitted she felt lonely too. That conversation broke the wall.
That's huge. Vulnerability is the true bridge it invites people in, not just your correct English.
After that, I started sharing small, honest things, even if my grammar wasn't perfect. Suddenly, group hangouts felt warmer. People opened up to me too.
So the turning point was giving yourself permission to be seen, mistakes and all.
Yes, my English didn't magically improve overnight. I just stopped waiting to be perfect before connecting.
That's what makes all the difference. Real relationships grow from showing your imperfect, real self.
After a while, I became more confident joining group chats, sharing personal jokes, even talking about my culture and family.
Let's analyze this pattern. You didn't lack English, you lacked trust in your worth beyond language.
100%. I thought I had to earn my place by being fluent. Actually, I needed to trust I had something to give, just by being myself.
This cultural belief in Taiwan that you must deserve friendship through flawless effort blocks more connection than grammar ever could.
Yes, and honestly, once I accepted that, making friends got easier and way more fun.
The mindset shift you made is from, "Am I good enough?" to, "Let's try being real together."
It's not always comfortable, but it's worth it. People appreciate honesty so much more than they care about mistakes.
The challenge is, pushing past that fear of being awkward is what unlocks true belonging.
It's about showing up, even in tiny ways.
If you had a do-over for that first semester, what would you do differently?
I'd start by inviting classmates for coffee and share something personal at every group meeting, no matter how nervous.
I hear a huge shift, not just in English, but in who you're willing to be.
Exactly. I still get nervous, but now I lean in instead of running away.
I see this loneliness pattern over and over, good English, but surface relationships. You've just proved it's not about ability.
I hope listeners can be kinder to themselves. We all have something unique to offer.
The only way to true belonging is through risk, not perfection.
For sure. My top 3 tips. First, say yes to every invitation. Even if you feel awkward, show up and just try.
That creates chances for real connection and builds confidence.
Second, initiate with one honest or personal comment. In each conversation could be about food you miss from home or how you feel that day.
That's the magic small personal shares. Open big doors with people.
Third, reflect every weekend. What moment felt most real to you? Celebrate that, not just fluency.
So you shift from measuring your English to measuring real connection.
Exactly. For me, that's made all the difference.
佩雯, your story proves it's bravery, not perfect English, that makes friendship possible abroad.
Thank you, Jack. If I can grow into real connections as an introvert, anyone can.
Imagine making new friends who care about your laugh and stories, not just your accent.
That's real freedom, Jack. Everyone listening, you deserve connection, just as you are.
That's what we want for every listener. Confidence to join in and to belong.
Start with one honest share this week. You're more ready than you think.
佩雯, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story with us. I know our listeners are going to find so much value in what you've shared.
Thank you for having me, Jack. I hope my experience helps someone out there.
I'm sure it will. And everyone listening, if you want to discover the real reasons that are blocking you from speaking English fluently, click the link in this episode to watch a free class that will show you how to remove these blocks.